Start. If legally the law sanctions a cause of action which allows you to enforce your right of legitimate expectation as a married man to sexual intimacy with wife but does not give you the authority of law to force the wife to sleep with you, I ask myself, then within the same jurisdiction, the same legal framework, is it reasonable at least from the constitutional standpoint or on reasonableness or intelligible differentia standpoint, to suggest that you can still then sleep with your wife without her consent. Stop. She is not even saying that I am going to divorce you. Stop. She is saying just for that one day, I am not in the mood today. Stop para. The question, therefore, that your lordships have to ask is whether today such a distinction, based simply on the basis of relationship of parties, which prevents the woman from prosecuting her husband for the act that the law recognizes is otherwise rape, the indirect effect of the provision, as it denies the woman the ability to prosecute the husband for rape, which is sexual intercourse without consent, as the practical effect of obliterating her consent altogether. Stop. Para. From a reasonableness standpoint, which is foundation of Article 14, is it reasonable in a constitutional democracy to suggest that merely because you are married to the man and 5 minutes ago you would have the ability to prosecute him for rape, is it conceivable that if he would have done it 5 minutes before marriage, she would have prosecuted and said, I will not marry you. Stop. The fact that merely because she has decided to marry a man who was now decided to ignore her consent, does that entitle the legislature to say that it is intangible for me to differentiate between the two relationships and deny her the ability to prosecute him for that one act? Stop para. This is a case where the law steps in and takes a moral judgment in a situation where consent is given because the law takes the position that this consent itself has a legal problem, it tantamounts, according to them, abuse by someone who may be in a slightly higher hierarchy of relationship. Stop. The statute does not say that the absence of consent is irrelevant in a case except where there is rape and perpetrator is the husband and victim is the wife. Stop. It does not say that for a simple reason that if the perpetrator is the husband and victim is wife, it is not rape. Stop. Then you are trying to make it weird. Stop. Nonetheless, I will not took at consent. Stop. The entire argument which you also are advancing, it is not kind of noticing the issue before the court in my prima facie view. Stop. You said consent is the main issue. Stop. With great respect, Mr. Rao, consent according to me is not the issue here. Stop. You can make the submission and we will hear it, but according to me, prima facie, consent is not the issue here. Stop. The principle that no one can compel a woman to make love is foundation of section 375, but for the exception. Stop. Over.